Bhagavatam, Gajendra Mosha. Long ago, there was a big and mighty elephant named Gajendra lived in the forests of Trikuta mountain. He was very powerful and always proud of his strength. Every animal in the forest, including lions and tigers, were afraid to cross his path. He was the king of the thick forest and was served by thousands of female elephants. On one hot day, the elephant went to a big lake along with his wives and thousands of elephant groups to quench their thirst. Soon after drinking the water, the elephants started playing in the lake. Using their trunks, they sprayed the water all over. With his power, the king elephant showered the water to long distances in the skies. As they were in the thousands, it created a lot of disturbance in the area. Even after other elephants climbed onto the bank of the lake, Gajendra continued to stay in the water. Disturbed by elephant acts, a big and powerful crocodile that had been living in the same lake for many years got very angry. Immediately, the crocodile came out and caught Gajendra's leg. Seeing that, the powerful Gajendra tried to shake it off, thinking that it would be an ordinary crocodile. But the crocodile did not move an inch as it was also strong and it was getting an added advantage through the water. In the water, the strength of the crocodile seemed to be more than that of the elephants. With its power, the crocodile started to drag the elephant into the water. At the same time, the elephant tried to climb onto the bank, dragging the crocodile out. Both were trying to overpower one another, and this war went for a long time, for 1,000 years. Soon the elephant started bleeding as the jaws of the crocodile dug deep into the skin of the elephant. The more the elephant tried to drag himself out, the deeper the wound became. Gradually, the elephant started losing its strength. Although he continued to fight using his leftover strength, he knew he was going to lose. After a long and tough struggle, Gajendra became weaker and left without any hope and help. At the same time, he remembered the God. That was mainly because of his virtue or good karma from his previous birth. In a worried state, Gajendra started to think about his own fate. How can I conquer this crocodile? Whom should I pray to now? Whom should I ask for help? I must pray for those who are always ready to listen to the cries of the needy and ready to help those who are in real need. Oh God, until entering this lake, I was leading a royal life in the forest. Thousands of elephants used to honor me. I was roaming freely in the shadows of forest trees. Instead of continuing such a life, why did I get this thirst today? Why did I get into trouble by entering this lake? Oh Lord, I don't know how to overcome this problem now. As his energy levels drained out and his confidence evaporated, Gajendra started praying to God, by whom this world is created, by whom it is maintained, in whom it will be dissolved. Who is the Lord of the creation and its root cause? Who is the spectator of the beginning, being, and ending of these worlds? Who encompasses everything? Who is self sustaining and sustainer of all? To that Lord I pray for my rescue. Who does not have any compulsion to have birth or desire or fame or name? who does not have a action or reaction or description, but uses all these qualities by his illusory power to create worlds and to dissolve them, who is infinitely powerful, who takes up any form according to his will, who is supreme, who cannot be reached or understood by words or actions or senses or intelligence, who is pure and kind hearted, who appreciates the persons with talent discharging their duties selflessly. To such Lord, I offer my salutations. As he did not see any help and unable to continue his battle, in a state of exhaustion, Gajendra continued his prayers. O Lord, I am not left with any bit of strength. My courage is shaken. My life is in danger. I lose my consciousness. My body is tired. I have spent all my energy. I feel fatigued. I don't know anything except you. Please forgive me. I am totally helpless. Oh Lord, I request you. I beg you to come and save me. You are the symbol of strength and grace. You are the only refugee for my rescue. Even after this, Gajendra did not see any help. In an exhausted state, Gajendra prayed again. O Lord, I hear that you listen to the words of people. You move to any unapproachable corners and unreachable places to answer the calls of needy people. You can see everything. You are aware of everything. You are the ocean of mercy. Is that so? I start getting doubts about that. The prayers of Gajendra reached all over the three worlds. All the gods listened to his prayers, but none of them dared to rescue Gajendra because they knew that they didn't possess the qualities described by Gajendra in his prayers. At the same time, in the Vaikunta, in the beautiful palace near Lotus Pool, on the bed of snake Adiseshu, Lord Srihari was playing dice with his consort Srilakshmi. As soon as he heard the prayers of the elephant Gajendra for help, Lord Srihari rushed to save him from the danger without saying a word to his wife Srilakshmi, without taking his weapons, conch and disc. He did not waste time in getting ready. He didn't wait for his vehicle Garuda. He didn't take any of his army for the rescue. He didn't even release the cloth of his wife, which he was holding in the midst of an argument. By the time Lord Srihari reached Gajendra's place, he got his weapons conch and disc in his hand. His vehicle, Garutmanta, also reached the place. Without knowing where his husband was going and without questioning anything, Goddess Srilakshmi followed him from the Vaikunta. At the same time, in heaven, gods and celestial sages felt extreme happiness by seeing that scene. They shouted with happiness, "The Supreme Savior is going for the rescue." He is accompanied by his spouse, Goddess Lakshmi. Listen to the sound of his conch. Look at the disc in his hand and his vehicle Garuda. Soon after reaching the lake, Lord Vishnu released his Sudarshana disc. Immediately, the head of the crocodile was cut by the disc. The Gajendra was also freed from his sufferings. Then, Srihari brought out Gajendra from the lake. With his touch, the wounds of the elephant disappeared. Then Gajendra immediately offered a lotus flower with his trunk to his savior, Lord Srihari. The crocodile was also relieved from his curse and got his original form as Gandharva. In his previous birth, Gajendra was a mighty king named Indradyumna. He was a big devotee of Lord Vishnu, but always used to be proud of his worship towards Lord Vishnu. He did not respect sage Agastya when the sage came to bless him. The arrogance came due to his keen devotion to Lord Vishnu. Angered by his attitude, the sage cursed him to be born as an elephant. With the effect of curse, he was born as an elephant. After his battle with the crocodile and his intense prayers towards God, Gajendra was able to overcome his ego. Finally, with the grace of the Lord Srihari, he became one with Lord Vishnu.